Hey all, this is DVD Mike with another update. I thought I'd include some of the Blu-rays I've bought of late, as my DVD purchases are getting a lot thinner on the ground. I did go looking today for the Punisher extended cut, as I was told it was released in the UK. Didn't find it, but what I did find under PU was the Pulp Fiction 2-disc steelbook. Haven't seen this before. I have now seen that a few of the YouTubers have bought this and shown it on videos. It is a standard 2-disc that BV put out a couple of years back with a steelbook plus some rather underwhelming art cards, mainly because most of them have really bad contrast. Look like I've grabbed off some really bad VHS bootleg copy. But since, and I know this is blasphemy around these parts, I don't actually own Pulp Fiction, I thought, well, I might as well, since it still had Roger Avary's touch in it. And I still think that after Roger Avery, even though Tarantino's stuff is good, he has kind of lost his way. Apart from Jackie Brown is still classed as his best film, but do you like a bit of Pulp Fiction? Also picked this up today, UK Blu-ray release of Doomsday, Neil Marshall film. Got a lot of crap about the place, do like it a lot. Viewed it as, if John Carpenter didn't lose his bottle and start directing crap for God knows how many years, this should have been Escape from LA. If he chose to remake a film, it should have been remade as this. Exactly the same as the US Blu-ray. But I just picked it up because I could get it right there and then. I have the UK Director's Cut of Dark City on Blu-ray. Bought this a couple of weeks back. Unfortunately, it does have the same digital noise reduction problems as the US transfer, whereas everything in the film is pin sharp apart from the actors' faces where they've smoothed it out. Bad thing to do, New Line, but a great film, made better by the director's cut. Now this I bought the other day, sat down, watched it, did enjoy, but Jumper, Doug Liman's worst film, by a long way. Now that's not saying a lot when all his films are pretty cool, but compared to something like Swingers, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it's a good, enjoyable little romp, but not the best thing in the world. Some decent extras on here, highlight of which Jumper Uncut, which is a 35-minute making of, which is presented in high def and shows not a lot of the 3 or 4 years he took to actually make the film with different actors, but a good little insight as well. To have George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead. It's a standard UK Blu-ray release. Some decent extras by Optimum for once, but it did suffer majorly by being beaten to the punch by Cloverfield, even though this is miles better than Cloverfield. Obviously made by George A. Romero, due to the fact he hasn't got the rights anymore to Night of the Living Dead. He wanted to remake his original for a modern day. Hopefully someone somewhere will give him some money to keep making films, because he has the true inventive nature that is missing. Now a couple of these buys are replacements for HD DVDs that I've owned previously. Just bought them to replace all the HD DVDs that I'm getting rid of. One, Michael Bay's The Island. 0 extras apart from a stupid EPK making of documentary, which is not worth it. Lacks the commentary that was on the US Region 1 DVD. But it's Michael Bay. Never made a unenjoyable film. I won't say a bad film, but an unenjoyable film, in my opinion. And you can tell that the freeway chase in this was a dry run for the Transformers. Good film, looks awesome in high definition, mainly because grain. Grain is good. New Line should learn that and stop noise reducing their films. Superman Returns, everyone knows what that is. standard UK version, not the PCM version which is floating around in Australian stores, which I really need to get hold of just because, due to Laserdisc fanboyism that I sort of have, I do like PCM audio better than any of the Dolby or DTS compressed stuff. Good film, do like it. It's a shame that Singer won't be around to do a second one, but hopefully director's cut incoming. That would be nice. Please show us the Krypton scenes, please. And last one before I get into something else, Day After Tomorrow. Like it more than Independence Day now. I didn't originally. The ID4 I think is dated slightly badly, but Emmerich hasn't made a real dodgy movie. I think him and Dean Devlin need to get back together. I think it's always good to have someone to bounce ideas off. Otherwise you make films like 10,000 BC. Keep making films like this, I think. Also have a slight disappointment, but not a major disappointment. Natural Born Killers. This is the US Warner Brothers book style. Now, I say a slight disappointment. Love the film, saw it when it first came out, when I was 13. Yep, legal fans can work out that I don't know how to see this in the UK, but hey. Do love the film. Disappointment because it's not unrated, and disappointment because that disc is a nice disc, but here comes the fanboy alarm. This is much better. When Pioneer can put together a Laserdisc special edition like this, and Warner can put together something of equal or even better quality, how many years later? That's a slight disappointment for me. I still love it, and it still slightly has the edge, obviously with it being high definition, but there's something about Laserdisc that just seems a lot more filmic, and there's something about the prestige, I'm guessing it's the same for people into their vinyl majorly, of having the big box and the weight of it. But still, it's one of these films that I will own multiple copies of, and happily pay a lot more money for any different versions of it. But that's my update for now. I've mentioned in previous videos I will be going through the high def stuff and a few other bits and bobs, but that's the update for today. Do you like sign off?